think the most important is that there is no such solid reincarnation. Buddha's activities are always there, not in the Buddhism image, but the Buddha's Dharma activity is always there, benefiting all the sentient beings. Like, what I'm trying to say is that we should not be extremely solid about it.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is that great teachers, they always reincarnate in a different form. Mm-hmm. They don't really necessarily in two 4 arms channels and 4 arms channels. Like one of the Kagrampa master in Shampoo, he reincarnated to become a monkey. Because when he was moving in town and then he saw a stupa, there was all the monkey who were actually shitting on the stupa. And he really got hurt by it. And then when he reincarnated, he really prayed that I want to be reincarnated as a monkey so that I can help them, teach them, show them example, talk about Dharma. And then he reincarnated as a monkey. And then when he did, he was giving teachings to them. And then all of a sudden, all this naughty, bad behavior monkeys, they became such a disciplined monkeys, and all of them receiving teachings. And all the people around, even the king and queen of the state, they even got motivated by the Kagampa's reincarnation and motivation. So, so they even received the teachings, and he explained why he actually reincarnated as a monkey, and why he wanted to benefit them, all the other monkeys, So such story like that, because the problem is that, when we think about the reincarnation, we often think about same person coming in the same human being form. I think that ordinary being, you will reincarnate wherever your karma puts you through. Realized being, they will choose where they want to be born. That capacity and capability will have, when you have understanding about the Buddha nature. But we often think, when we think about reincarnation, we often think about coming back as a human being, like you said, copy, paste. But as a normal human being, it depends on how you died. Did you actually die with a lot of attachment with you? If you did, died with a lot of strong attachment, with a lot of suffering of attachment, without being without being guided from the Dharma instructor or anything. And of course, you're born in a different form or a different kind of life because of all this anger and attachment. So I think from my side, what I believe is that, reincarnation of the Bodhisattva is a very different level. Reincarnation of a sentient being is a very total different level. So mixing these together, I think that is not really necessary. Because Buddha and Bodhisattva, they have the realized state of mind. So they can be born where they want. Which has nothing to do with the Buddhism itself. It's just the reality that we are talking about. That's what I think. I can be wrong. But as a normal human being, whatever the attachment or the karma we have, we will just go along with that. That's why for all of us to finding a stability and also practicing about the Bardo. That's why we're practicing Bardo, to find the stability in our mind, so that we can find the guidance. At the end, Buddhism is not a religion. Buddhism is not something that you must follow without doubt. You can have doubt anytime you want. You can go against anytime you want. But you need proof and fact. So the Buddhism provides the proof and the fact, like what actually happens during the Bardo state. Everything is carefully examined and shown to the student to do the practice. So there's a purpose in it. So I think that all of us, after gradually to practice about the Bardo and dream yoga, I think it's quite important to have our own guidance in our life. And not just this life, but also next life. I think that is quite important. Because when we think about reincarnation, we often think about like a tree. Always stays in one place. Summers, there's always tree. In autumn, no leaf. in the winter, even the tree itself dies. Like we have this solid picture about the reincarnation, how actually it works. There is no such reincarnation, how it actually works. Some of us, we will be born as an animal, we will be reincarnated anyhow. Sometimes there will be long gap of bhagavad, then we'll be roam around and we live in illusion of bhagavad. Then sometime we'll find the next life, but it depends on what kind of karma that you have. If you have really been kind or supportive or practitioner, of course you will be born as a human being. Or if you've gone through a lot of negative part, of course you will be born in a different kind of beings, sentient being. You will be born in different kind of beings. But when we explain about all that to the person who are lack of experience about the Dharma practice, you will never believe anyways. So to be understood correctly, you yourself have to experiment with the Dharma practice. You yourself have to find the facts and prove by yourself. And that's why we all have to do the Dharma practice, I think, at the end. Buddha said there is no I. Of course, he's talking about to decrease the attachment. He's talking about to find the liberation to ourselves. He's talking basically focus on that very much. And nowadays, the reincarnation of all the great different masters is totally different purpose. To continue the Dharma activity, to help and benefit all the sentient beings. But when everything becomes extremely culturalistic, then nothing can go in the right way. So, that's what I think. I don't think all the great bodhisattvas has to be recognized at all. Whether you recognize them or not, they will still continue their Dharma activity without the name of Buddhism, without the name of Dharma, but with pure love and compassion to all sentient beings in our society, and also in a different world, in a different universe. That's what I believe in. And I'm sure that is quite kind of orthodox belief, so I really apologize for that.